Stupid people should wear signs, neon bright, so we can find a way to dodge their tangled mess, avoid their chaos more, say less. Wear a sign, wear a sign, save me from your twisted line. Wear a sign, wear a sign. Nada, nada, don't waste your time. Politicians dance and spin, blatant lies with a practiced grin. Blame the moon, blame the stars, blame the traffic or faulty cars. You think they're 6, not 35, playing games to stay alive. Wear a sign, wear a sign, save me from your twisted line. Wear a sign, wear a sign. Nada, nada, don't waste your time. Celebrities with tails so tall, lost my eye.
Well, I
it's so
expect
small.
Ofcom to take its next steps
It's hard
in days,
being
not
rich,
weeks.
don't you
The government
see? You're living in your fantasy.
The Viceroy of Greenland. First came the Dorset, ghosts of the frost, o'er Baffin Bay where the sunlight is lost. They carved out a life on the edge of the world before the red banners of Vikings unfurled. Then Eric, the outcast with fire in his eye, fled Iceland's cold judgment for a new northern sky. 25 long ships set sail for the west, but the hammer of Neptune put them to the test. 11 were swallowed by the salt and the foam. 14 survived to find a new home. Oh, the ice is a kingdom, the tundra is gold, a saga of iron, a story of old. From the eastern heart to the western shore, the Norsemen are rising to conquer once more. Through the mist and the thunder, the prophecy seen. All hail the Viceroy of Greenland. Oh, 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 oh. All hail the Viceroy of Greenland. 600 farms in a warm epoch's light, 10,000 Norsemen prepared for the fight. From middle to western the settlements grew under a sky of a cold, brilliant blue. But the Thule arrived like a wave from the west. Ancestors of Inuit put to the quest. In a single great surge from the north to the south, they took the cold land from the dragon's own mouth. The Norsemen vanished, the Thule remained. Then the Danes took the coast and the Inuit chained. But when Nazis loomed and the Danes gave away, the eagles of liberty entered the fray. Stars and the stripes over glacier and peak, the giants are waking, the masters are weak. The 47th rose with a plan in his hand. He looked to the north at the great frozen land. I'll buy it with silver, the president cried. But the Danes in their towers, they laughed in their pride. He returned in his glory with a vow and a blade. By gold or by iron, the deal shall be made. Who shall I send to the fjord and the snow? Who is the hero to make the land grow? Oh, the ice is a kingdom, the tundra is gold. A saga of iron, a story of old. From the eastern heart to the western shore, the Norsemen are rising to conquer once more. Through the mist and the thunder, the prophecy seen. All hail the Viceroy of Greenland. Oh, and the will of the storm, the American empire begins to take form. Chris is running the show. Chris is running the
Good evening, folks, and welcome back to the program. It's Chris live in central Pennsylvania for Night Owls on the 2nd of February, 2026. How's it going? Still waiting for my studio to load. This is insane. What is going on with either Firefox or YouTube? I don't know who. I think it's Firefox, actually. So I've got the browser open over here so I can actually see what the heck's going on. Welcome back. It's good to see you all once again this evening. Been a busy day as always. Didn't get some of the things accomplished I wanted to, but I did finish recording a video about the Boer folk claim to Natalia. That video will premiere at midnight Eastern Standard Time, 7 a.m. South Africa time, so mark your calendars. We should be done the stream before that, and then you can watch that. In fact, I ought to set this up. I don't think it lets me go to a prepared video. It only lets me go to lives. Yep, so I can't direct myself to that. Customization, redirect. It only goes, oh no, it does. Good. I will redirect to that. Okay, cool. So to redirect to that video. Cool beans. Yeah, cool beans. All right. Good. That'll redirect you to that when this is over. Oh, you like the outfit, huh? Okay. It's the Olympics this week, and this is Cortina d'Ampezzo and Milano Cortina 2026. That's the official Olympic hat, and this is an official Olympic polo with this embroidered on here. 2026, the Olympic rings underneath, and a Milano Cortina across there. Pretty cool, huh? Came today. I ordered it. I wanted to order a whole bunch of things like a magnet and a pin and all this other stuff, but it's all from overseas. And I got hit with a $90 tariff. So I said, forget that. So all that they had in the U.S. that was available was a clothing and the hat. So I bought a hat and this. So bummer. Yeah, it's really ridiculous. The tariffs, what's happening is the tariffs where this is coming from are 10%. Yet they're charging me 70 or 60% tariffs. These people are scumbags. These businesses are ripping people off. Thank you for the $5. Oh, for the flight. Yeah. Okay. Well, all right. So you're not coming. If fare was too much. Yep. Who are this Boer folk? Never heard of them. Yes, Guy. Well, that's because I never heard of them either. They're the Oranje Vrystaat folk, Boer folk. Yep. So they're making a claim. It's an organization that's making a claim to the area. That video will air at midnight if you want to watch that. So how long is that? It doesn't show me how long it is. I forget how long it was. About 7 minutes. Yep. So an Afrikaner group makes a huge land claim. Yep. And they have more of a claim than the Zulu do, actually, because the Zulu area historically doesn't cover what is all KwaZulu-Natal. It's much smaller than what it is now. Yep. So we'll see what happens. Thank you for the $5, Fonz. Well, that's a bummer. But I was surprised you guys were coming. But the flights are not cheap. So, yep, that's one of the biggest impediments. It's not like being in Europe where you can get a cheap, low-cost flight pretty easily. All right, so bummer. Okay, but hey, I was surprised you guys were going to come, but thank you for considering it. Okay. Well, I'm glad I didn't arrange combination now. I was looking at trying to do that for you, but that would have, I would have gotten in trouble with somebody for arranging something that didn't pan out. Toothache. I'm sorry to hear that. Don Janssen from Rendsburg, welcome to you. Nikki Hayton, John Jacobs. Okay. Salt, yeah. Chris Osthuizen, welcome to you. Lombard Eves, wow, Lombard. Well, Heinrich Kaneda, Karen Graham. Boy, I'm having a hard time even seeing with reading glasses now. Wow, my eyes must be going to crap. Arnold Neveling, Lauren Duplessis, Kathy Price. Hey, Kathy, how's it going? How you doing there? Nicola, welcome to you. Sean Patrick Cronier, welcome. Happy birthday to who? To whose birthday? Oh, your daughter's birthday, Nicola. Okay, well, let's get a cake for her. It's easy enough to do a night owl. Just got to find where the heck that's at. It's here. There it is. There it is. Okay, cool. I can't rename these folders once. It's kind of a shortcoming of this software. There you go. Happy birthday to your daughter. Broken Arrow, El-Marie Maire, De Fliermas, David van Rijn, excuse me, CBB, Fonz, Eric Draven, welcome to you. Chris, South Africa to USA. Hello, Chris. Emerencia Quinn, Antonino Dia, and Fonz is here. Petrus van der Linde, Charles van Odsland, the voice of reason. How many Nandos do you think they got? Toothache last Wednesday, had extraction Friday. Ugh. Oh, gosh, extraction. A lot of spanners. Well, we've added a few spanners, Karen. Viceroy Greenland. Yeah, I like the song too. It's pretty cool. Cecilia Kruger. Veroshka is here till she goes to work. Vela. Cecilia Kruger. I keep saying East Coast Ostrich. My goodness. Polly Spoke Cave, welcome to you. Snow Happy. Expats. Shawnee Grows in from Minnesota. Things are quieter out there. I haven't heard too much this today. Ingrid's Inspirations. Sasigi's back. Cherry Pie Lady. White Armor's going so many to greet now. Already pretty warm. Brace for KZN 29 degrees Celsius. Oof, that's hot. Malcolm, what's going on? Bex. Okay, Jean Oberholzer, welcome to you. Okay, if you have tickets for the World Cup and you say, do you have to return to South Africa if you're approved for the refugee program? That's a good question. That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that question. I should think that it might be yes, but I don't know. It's a very good question. Yeah, I mean, if you bought tickets for the World Cup in advance, I don't know. I haven't bought any tickets for the World Cup. They're outrageously priced. I'm much more interested in tickets for the All Blacks tour to South Africa and Baltimore. I have a ticket for the Baltimore version, so yeah. Whether I have tickets for the rest, I couldn't say. But let's just put it this way. The schedule is grueling. Here today, there tomorrow, here today, there tomorrow. It's all over. They're flying everywhere. So I think they're using a couple different teams, not going to be the top team for part of that tour. Werner Kurtz, welcome to you. Dory Smith. Benjamin Hayes. Will. Jackie Kane. Sven Stahlbard. DeBarm is back. What's going on? Erica Strauss, good evening, young lady. How are you? Rian. Well, disappointed. Yeah, I know you almost got scammed. We talked about it. I told you an alternate route. Let me just check on that really quick. SKY scanner. Let me go there and look real quick. Denver, Colorado to Dallas. Any depart? Yeah, it's expensive because it's short notice. You wait too long. Next week wouldn't be too bad. Let's say you leave on Thursday and return on Monday. Economy, one adult. Let's just see what they come up with. Search. Come up with, yeah, probably not going to be cheap. $500 would be my guess. Oh no, $272 on Frontier. That's actually not bad. Wow, it's a direct flight Frontier. That's a lot cheaper than I thought. Wow. Or is that one way? Maybe that's what it is. Try that. $272. $288 on Expedia. Wow. $300. That's actually, I mean, that for the refugee crowd, that's probably expensive. But to me, that's actually cheap. It's cheaper than it would cost me to fly there. I'm paying to go from here to Dallas $700. Yeah, $679. It's crazy. Wow, that's a lot cheaper. It's about the same distance, a little shorter for you guys. Wow, come on. What's going on here with this? Either Firefox is screwed or let me see if it's Firefox or if it's actually just, hang on a second here. Oh, now you want to start, you bastard. It just started. Yeah, let me see if I can get up right away over here in a different browser. I think the browser might be the problem here. Let's see. Yeah, it's the browser. It's a Firefox problem. Firefox has got all kinds of problems now. It was working fine for years. Yep. Anyway, so there you go. So now I can see it over here, so I can close this. Don't need that anymore. Anyway. I'll make you a bet. If you get it at that price, I'll take it. For me to Jersey City, it's about 3 hours. Distance, I don't know what's that. 180 miles. Oh, yeah, I saw that. Trump wants to sue Trevor Noah. Trump has got lawyers on speed dial. He's suing everybody. Over 30 in Durban in the sun. Wow. Well, that's a true statement. Scams everywhere. People need to be aware of them. You need to be aware of the scams. There are a lot of scams going on. Always trying to take people and part them from their money. Lots of folks out there trying to do that. Anyway, so maybe this weekend we'll get some more subscribers. I don't know. It'd be nice to see if a big surge in subscribers. But I do need to make a graphic. So let me just look that up. You guys can work with me on this one here. So Trump EX YouTube order on South Africa. There we go. Let me save this. I like how Trump does this stuff. It says 45, 47. Okay. And then I need to get my image too. So where's one that I'm using? So is it one on the desktop? Let me see. Scammers don't call you because you're broke. It's about a 3-hour trip, Polly, in a car. So, and train is ridiculous. Bus, I don't even think does it. You know, it's the problem. America is very different than the rest of the world when it comes to that. So I need to. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a photo. By the way, the schedule's out for the 2027 Rugby World Cup. Very generous to South Africa. At least the teams they play. We know that. I need to look at something here very quickly. So there it is. Good. Okay. Let me do this. Let me do this here. Okay. Okay. Well, I know what I'll do. That's what I want. Add photos from the desktop. Okay, let's see what happens here. I'm going to try using ChatGPT, see how it works. Trying to remove the image, the background from an image. Iguanas in Florida. Really? Good morning, Just Another Girl. What's going on? Come tomorrow. Well, we do have a little bit to talk about tonight, not the least of which here is this white separatist group. I can take the birthday cake down now. We've wished Nicola's daughter happy birthday. I didn't forget, just hadn't gotten around to it. South Africa's white nationalist. No, you can't get snow anywhere in the country. You get snow in New Mexico because of the elevation. You get snow in Texas in high elevations. You get snow in the elevation of the mountains of Arizona. Absolutely. Southern California doesn't get it ever. I don't remember it ever snowing in Southern California, but in Florida you can get snow. Not in Miami, but in the northern part of the state. Yep, it's rare, but you can get it. Yeah, apparently a lot of folks are flying. It's so, yep, just trying to. Oh, they want me to upgrade to faster. I don't want to upgrade that. I want to keep the way it is. Yeah, they can go into hibernation, so they look dead. That's correct. Yep. So a white South African separatist group, emboldened by President Trump's drive to take over Greenland, has laid claim to land that descendants of Dutch settlers acquired from a Zulu king but later lost to Britain. The claim by the group Boer folk of the Orange Free State, the land of KwaZulu-Natal province, was published in the Government Gazette this week, invoking a UN resolution granting independence to colonial states from 1960. The claim by the group Boer folk of the Orange Free State to the land in KwaZulu-Natal. The group has said it's taking its cue from Trump questioning whether Denmark's colonization of Greenland gives it the right to own the Arctic island. A spokesman for the group did not respond to several email requests for a comment. Well, how do you get a hold? I mean, email. How did you find this guy? I'm going to have to search for this group and see if I can't get an interview with them. Wouldn't that be cool? That's not what I'm looking for here. Let me see. I'm looking for a different file. There it is. So where's it at? It's the it's this right eye that's having. I can't see clearly. This left one's fine. The right one's not doing so well here. That sucks. Where the hell are you at? Their name is here somewhere. It's the Afrikaans name. I'm trying to find it now. Oranje Vrystaat Boervolk. There we go. Copy. How did they get an email for these people? I didn't even try to contact them yet. Someone asked me about that the other day. I don't see anything. Anybody got any contact with them? Just get me a link to it. Let me know. Let me know. I'm happily reach out to them. Okay, Hendo, thanks. South Africa is such a small blip on the radar. USA to date has not said anything about South Africa. They haven't said anything. Nope, not a darn thing. But America is being aggressive and attacking South Africa, according to the ANC. Spare me. Utter nonsense. All right, cool beans. Download. Okay, good. Now I've got a picture of myself without the background. Okay. All right, so now I need to do this. All right, so now I need to add photos and files. I need to download. I need these two. I need that one and that one. Okay. Create an image. Create a landscape image of DONALT Trump. Signing. What was that executive order? Doesn't say what executive order it is. Oh, come on. Oh, executive order. There it is. 14 to 4. Yeah, it is. Come on, play nice. I'm trying to make this image, folks. Okay, let's see if I got this right. Eventually I'll just be able to, I can't tell it what to do, but I prefer to do this rather than get it wrong. Confuse the damn thing. Boy, typing has really gone downhill for me. In the blue executive order. Bottom. What the heck? I type the wrong every time. Let's see what happens. See if that works. Okay, all right. Sorry about that. Okay. Signed by Vilmer, but can't find any social media. Apparently, any person can publish something like that, so I don't think we take it seriously. Yeah, I know, but it's funny. Carhart777 says, oh, Polly Spoke is leaving. Why did Polly Spoke leave? Where'd she go? I have to get ready for work. But okay, take care. Thanks for popping in. You gave us a view. We appreciate that. JJ Kruger. What's going on? Johannes Kruger? Karen? Erica Strauss? I've left you a message on WhatsApp. You have? Okay. Aha. Yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome. Any chance I could show that photo? Any chance I could show that? Oh, no, that's not what you just sent me. Okay, you sent me. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm working a bunch of issues. Are you looking to contact that person? Erica? I can show the photo. Okay, cool. All right, guys, I'm going to show you a really cool photo. This is in Parle last year. Lovely little guest house. And this was my meet and greet. See, I do meet and greets with everybody, and this was my meet and greet. So you'll recognize these three of the faces on here because you've seen them on the program for a recent interview. That would be the Strauss family. There you go. And who's the sexy fellow in the middle? Yep, so we had a meet and greet, and it was just the four of us. The girls were really a little confused as to what was going on, but now they find themselves in America. Check it out. Grammy clothing option. I didn't watch the Grammys. There you go. That was such a nice evening. And then I went and got myself some McDonald's and Indian. Quite the evening, eating a little bit of McDonald's and Indian. Yep, I got the McNuggets so I could eat them later on, I think it was, and I had curry for dinner. But there was no flatware, and I didn't grab any. I made a big mistake there. Oh, I know what it was. I did make a mistake. The guys in the Indian place didn't have any plastic spoons or forks for me. There you go. So, wow, that was a nice evening. What's really wild is having been over there on the most recent trip and meeting so many people, a lot of whom are now in the States. It's pretty wild. Yep. Yeah, the Grammys. I don't pay attention to that. I gave up on that a long time ago. So let me see what it came up with. I don't know. Let me see. Almost got it right, but not quite. Close. Let's see what comes up. It came out pretty good. It was almost right. Yeah, we cut. Is that Colin Serfontaine? Brickmaker. Bitcoin. What's going on? Never sleep. Oh, you're talking about Hendo. You think Hendo never sleeps? Okay. Yeah, let me see what else has come in on there in the WhatsApp while we're chatting about it there. Okay. Huh? Huh? I have no idea what that is. Somebody sent me something. I have no idea what they're getting at. All right. So sorry to hear that. Oh, is Charles not feeling well? No, it was a pleasure meeting you guys too, Eric, and thank you for coming through in the interview. I really do appreciate that. That's really awesome. I enjoyed the interview. And your daughter popping in there was lovely too. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I didn't see that interview. I missed it. I've watched some of his content, but not much recently. I've been on his program before too. But nobody's asking me on lately. I've been asked on any of these programs. The only thing I've been asked on is business. I mean, South Africans haven't invited me on to any of their programs lately. Other than Ronaldo, we do that every week. That doesn't count. I don't know anything about black people voting for Peter Groenewald. All I know is that people keep saying in my chat. I've seen nothing. I've seen nothing. No news stories about it. No polls on it. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. Peter Groenewald is one of the most honorable people in South Africa. You know, certainly one of the most honorable politicians. But I haven't seen nothing on it. So I just think people are, people are just, hoping for something that may or not be true. It didn't work. Damn it. So this didn't quite work out. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So I'll probably have to go with this and use this, but I'm trying to make a first anniversary image. So there you go. Yeah, so I was hoping to get that Republic of South Africa in there, so it just didn't quite match. Shame. And it's also got the date wrong, 2025. I'm going to have to use, I'm going to have to go with Gemini and see what Gemini does, because that didn't come out right. Yep. But it doesn't make landscape images, which is the problem, so I'm going to try that Gemini. Damn it. That sucks. Control C. Go to Gemini. Gemini. Okay, make sure I'm still logged in. Okay. Yeah, make sure I have necessary rights images. Yeah, they're my images. What do you mean? You have necessary rights. My photograph. Bite me. Okay. All right, let's see what happens. Okay. Saw your interview with him. I find his followers a bit hectic. Yeah, I guess he's a lot healthier. I didn't know he had bladder cancer for a long time, so I'm glad to hear he's healthy. Don't want to wish anybody ill will. Yeah, no, he's all right. Hey, Sean, what's going on? Two days. Wow, man, the numbers are just crazy. Man, I cannot wait to see what the numbers are and see how close my predictions are. I mean, I didn't have enough data. I'm using limited data. My limited data says 1,800 to 2,500 people came. I would love to be surprised, and it's more. But if it's 1,800 or less, I won't be shocked. But I mean, honestly, I kept track of it. The days that I got information from sources, it was 100 to 120 every day. And it went on for at least 2 weeks. 10 days, 120. That's 1,200. 15 days. Yeah. Anyway, so we'll see. He's in Nelspruit. Why do I always think he's in the Northern Cape? I know he's in Nelspruit, but I always think that. Yeah, so yeah. I haven't tried Photoshop with doing AI stuff. No, I need this to be generated. No. Remove. I think they've changed the thing again. Looks like they've improved it because they actually did me a landscape image. So I'm taking myself out of the picture because it didn't come out right. Right, typed incest, not inset. My goodness. Hopefully it's smart enough to catch that. What do I think? Okay, I already got that. Okay. My case still stuck. Yeah, no, see, I got you. I don't know that your case is stuck. It's just a question of what they're doing. Grok is... Yeah, I'm going to have to do a video on that, but I've just been busy. A video on what's going on with BEE and the farming. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, no, it's more than two flights, Sean. other carriers have been used as well. Yep. And we know that that's people have used other carriers. So, yep. Cool beans. Download. Okay, now I've got it. Okay. All right, so this is the image now, and now I can put myself in there too. So here we go. There you go. Addressing egregious actions, Republic of South Africa. Yep. Cool. I'll use that. That's an AI generated image, and I'll put myself in that, but I need to do this here. See if it'll let me do it. Add, upload files from the desktop. Please make transparent. Let's see what happens. Okay. Improved in all since beginning of December. Okay, well, yeah, it doesn't mean anything until you get flights. That's the thing, guys. People keep telling me they're approved, but don't get too excited, and because you don't know where you sit in the queue. Yeah, but look at all the people that were here, and some of them were impatient. Now they finally saw the States. In fact, I keep going through, people send me a message, tell me, hey, I'm in the States, and these people, I never saw their messages because I get so many messages, and I go back and look, and just like 2 weeks ago, they're like, oh my gosh, can you help me? Oh my gosh, we're so far away. And now they're in the States. And that's happened like a dozen times in the last couple of days. Yeah, they're going to run out of the E's for those BE letters. Yep. CFFs. Yeah, you're right about that. Let's take a look at what came up, if anything. There we go. Cool. Yeah, the problem with this is, let me see what happens. But I don't think that's what I need. Yeah, I don't want the background. Okay. Hopefully I don't overuse my Gemini allocation. I get so many things. Can I buy World Cup soccer tickets or wait? I don't know, Broken Arrow. I don't know what to tell you, man. I had to sell my ticket back. I paid $140 for my discounted ticket. It's like a $180 ticket, and somebody got it for me for what, $100, something like that. No, $110 for whatever it was. Yeah, so all I get back is $85 if I ever get it back from Ticket Shyster. Yeah, so they owe me $85 now for what I paid $140. They're just thieves. They're just absolute thieves. They charged me $21 fee to buy the damn ticket, then they charged me $21 to sell it, plus they charged the buyer $21. So they made $63 off of one ticket. They're just criminals, absolute criminals. And they don't do anything. It's all automated, just computers. You know, it's just ridiculous. Well, that's a good idea. It doesn't take, it's just, okay. Yeah, anyway. I'm just not happy with that. Anyway. Oh, I've got an idea. Let's see if we can get this. Hang on. Downloads. Hang on, guys. This should be entertaining if I can get it to work. Add. Viceroy. Let me see if I can find a picture. That's not it. Shoot. Oh, come on. Now I don't know where this picture's. I didn't save it as Viceroy, so now I got to find it. Oh, man, that would have been great if I could have found it right easily. So I've been playing the Viceroy game for a while now, so I got to go back and find it. A bunch of mail I downloaded. It's going to take me a minute to get through that. Okay. It's definitely before that. I have a really good idea, but along the lines of what you were saying there, but I don't know if it's going to work. Okay, it should be around here somewhere, I think. If I'm not wrong. Of course, I could be very wrong. Let's see. Oh, come on. Where's this thing at? Bulkman. We haven't seen any updates in that. That was fun. That was fun. Mad Max. Crazy. Wow, so many things happen. I'm just going through all the files I use to build everything. Okay, I should have found it by now, and I'm not finding it, so I don't think I have it handy. I'll see it. Oh, there we go. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, I got it. Let's see if this will work. Well, let's see if this will work. Probably tell me I've used all my quota. It ought to be funny if it comes out the way. Rudy, what's going on? Do you watch NFL? No, I don't. I watched it my entire life for well over 40, almost 50 years. Actually, let's see. I started watching the NFL in 1975, and I quit watching in 2015. So 75, that's 40 years. 40 years I watched it, but then when Colin Kaepernick took a knee and spread his black supremacy and racial hatred of America after being privileged little shit growing up, multimillionaire, I couldn't watch it anymore. It's just a black supremacy league. It's a hate America. It's like the Grammys. Let's hate America. Yeah, let's promote 11% of the population as if they're 90% of the population. I'm sorry. Nothing wrong with great performances by great black artists, but they're not the only ones on the planet. And the NFL is a league that screams at us about racism, yet they're predominantly black. 65% of the players are black. The starting salary for a rookie is $500,000. The NBA is 89 or 87% black. Starting salary for rookies over $1 million, and we're being preached to about economic exclusion and this, that, and the other. And it's not because white athletes aren't qualified. It's because the coaches and the teams decide to pick these players to play a certain style of play in those leagues. And meanwhile, they get told that hockey is racist because there aren't many black players. Well, that's because there aren't many black people dumb enough to ice skate in freaking Manitoba. And there aren't many black people dumb enough to live in Manitoba, so it's kind of cold up there. Yeah, and there aren't many black people that skate in Sweden or Norway or Finland, which is where most of these players come from. Anyway, so no, I don't watch the NFL. I try to watch it this season a little bit, watch a couple games, and the team I've supported since 1975, the Colts, and they just fell apart and they were terrible. Another reason why I can't watch it. Oh, we got it. You're going to love this. You're going to love this. Okay, this is good. This is good. Tell me what you guys think of this. That I like. What is this? Buy a yacht, leave when you want to take a plane. Okay. I just had a meeting with CEO of the company, just me, a white Afrikaner, and either get rid of me or employ 9 African majority. Are you serious, Iceberg? Well, Pat Meister, I think I've answered your desire for me standing in the background. What do you think? You like that? Oh my goodness. Varoshka's off to work. Well, at least you got to see this before you left, Varoshka. Check it out. Yeah, I've never been to that room. Never been there. I just want to share my happiness. Received her flight tickets. Natasha, I thought I already heard that from you. You're very welcome, Natasha. Don't forget to swing at this side and offer us an interview. Let us know what's going on with you. By the way, it reminds me I have to check on somebody. Okay, that's now I just look confused as to what I got here. So I'm straight now. I'm straight now. Okay. All right, that's not what I was looking for. Hang on a second here. All right, folks. Lots of people here I'm trying to take care of. All right. Contact weeks ago to ask where, so can assist us. She's in New Jersey. Okay, I take it she's a green card holder or an American citizen. And that's why they're asking. Yeah, President Trump's vice will protect the right-hand man. I'm going to send that to Brandy. She's going to like that. Come on. Oh, that's why. Hang on a second. I thought that was, but no, that's a PNG image. That's messed up. Stay away from my case. Yes, it's bad. Mad Mojo. Yeah, if you keep coming a certain size, but that's just a matter of time before they eliminate that too. They get rid of that. Just a matter of time before they do the same thing to smaller companies. Yep, just a matter of time. Anyway. Possible shutdown? Yeah, there's been no news. That's the update. Let me take a look and see. It's late this evening. Something might have broken last hour, but not when I came on and looked. If it was averted, they would have had it top of the news, but there's nothing there. No, 4 hours ago. Trump updates, partial government shutdown. New York Times, okay. 2 hours ago, Trump demands no changes to the House funding bill. Spending package that would fund most of the federal government and the partial shutdown cleared a key procedural hurdle late Monday, bringing it to one step closer to the vote. The House Rules Committee approved the measure that would allow Speaker Mike Johnson to bring the spending bill without any changes. Okay, good. So that means it'll probably be signed tomorrow. As long as no Republicans defect in the House. We'll see how strong Mike Johnson is as Speaker of the House. Clinton's forced to testify. No, they didn't say that. They said they agreed to testify. Implementing what, Pat or Iceberg? Let me pull that up. I'm going to see what's going on with that. Is that actually a PNG file? Properties. It is a PNG file, so I'm going to have to turn that into a JPEG. Otherwise, it won't work very well. So, points. Thumbnails, 13 January. Back to here. New slide, okay. Insert pictures, this device. Downloads. There it is. Okay. All right, got it now. Cool. All right. Well, that's not... Okay, hang on a second. Ugh. You know, with Paint, you can copy and paste. I wish I could do that here. Huh. That sucks. I'm going to have to find the color that's close to this so I can cover up this stupid symbol. I hate this symbol. Okay, that color's not right. Outline. No, that's not what I want. I want fill. No, that's not right color. I need a darker color than that. A darker blue. That's still not dark enough. Wow, that's crazy. Looks dark, but it's not dark enough. That's odd. More fill colors. I need a dark, dark blue. Oh, that's good. Okay, I gotta get rid of that line. No outline. Okay, that's probably pretty good. Okay. Okay, I got that covered now. All right, looking pretty good here. Sorry, folks, I'm trying to do this. Don't mean to abandon you all. I'm not abandoning you. Thank you for your patience. Okay. Wonder if this will work a little bit better. That doesn't look so good like that. All right, sorry, I'm just trying to get this right. That looks better like that. And there. Still don't like this color on this thing. Fill. I need a better color. There's nothing dark enough here. It's weird. Okay, let's have to do. Okay, arrange group. And this just crashed. My tab crashed. It's a Firefox thing. It's got to be a Firefox thing here, folks. Just want to play nice, does it? Okay, now let me see what I got here, okay? Well, I'm back up. That came up pretty quickly. I was surprised. Oh, people left because I got busy. 10 people left. Sorry about that, folks. But sometimes we do stuff while we're doing here. Let's see what comes up now. All right, so, whoops. God bless it. Whoa, what's going on there? Control C. Whoa. The heck? Whoa. Okay, there we go. That was not what I was trying to do. Downloads. Okay, what the heck? Quick access. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, here you go, folks. Tell me what you think of this image. It may not be the most original, but I think it looks pretty good. What do you think? How's that? What do you guys think? Yeah, we got their tickets. Congratulations. The rains in Victoria reservoirs empty. Yeah, it does make no sense unless you realize the reservoirs aren't maintained. The water just leaks away. It leaks away in the pipes. Helena says 3-day what? You like that? Cool beans. Good morning, James Warren. What's up? Gus, what's up, man? Misty likes it. Stärke and Vorpod, Natasha. It's cold in Texas, Kathy. Yeah, I know. That's just how it came out. It's fine. Yeah. Let me try that and see if it's still there. I'm asking to make the Viking 15% taller. See what happens. Anyway, yeah, so if that's the case, I'll change the picture and put that back and make another one. So, yeah, I thought I was a little short too. You caught that, so. Oh, no, it didn't work. Didn't work. No, never mind. It just brought the other Viking back. So I'll just go with that. I'll go with that. No, I'm asking him to put me in charge of Greenland. I'm asking him to put me in charge of Greenland. Not in charge of the refugee program. No, Trump doesn't know who I am. He doesn't care. I'm not rich. I'm not connected. I can't do anything for him. I can. Actually, I can. I can execute any program to excellence and support and defend the Constitution properly. And I'm not a DEI. So, yeah. So I could do a lot for Trump, but, I mean, he doesn't know me, doesn't care about me, and nobody is advocating on my behalf. There were a couple people who dropped a few hints, but they're connected, but nothing ever came of it. Puppies found left to drown in a bucket of water. Kittens thrown in refuse to be crushed by the refuse truck. That's just sick. That's just sick. Anyway, let's see what we got here. A few things to work with. Let me see. So Ghana is suspending the African citizenship. Oh, I thought that, the homecoming. Oh, it was all about letting people come back to Ghana. What happened there? Wow. Ghana has paused citizenship applications for members of the African diaspora in order to make the system more accessible and user-friendly. Sure. Since 2016, those who can prove their ancestors came from Africa have been able to get Ghanaian nationality, even though they're not Ghanaian. It's primarily aimed at descendants of those who were victims of transatlantic slave trade. More than 1,000 people, including Black American singer-songwriter Stevie Wonder, have obtained Ghanaian citizenship. Good, then go live in Ghana. Some Africans complain about the number of stages involved as well as the high costs. Dr. Erica Bennett, ambassador for the Diaspora Africa Forum, which helps people relocate to Ghana, told the BBC that many applicants struggle with the requirement to submit DNA evidence within a week of the application, saying the time frame was impossible for most, and that some also question reliability of DNA testing. There's no question of reliability of DNA testing. It's spot on. So if you don't believe in that, you're just people that believe in witchcraft. The application fee is $136. That's nothing. Shortlisted candidates have to pay $2,200. They're vetted and attend a one-day citizenship orientation before finally receiving their nationality, a ceremony overseen by President John Mahama. Yeah, it's just a gimmick. It's just a gimmick, and they're backing off on it. Couldn't pump water for reservoir due to electricity outage. That sucks. Yep. Burkina Faso and the Sahel, the Trump administration taking a different approach than the evil Biden regime. They're focusing on security and not abandoning these military juntas who've overthrown legitimate governments of the region. But the Trump administration reaching back out to these folks. Was it wise? I'm not sure it is. The U.S. has declared a stark policy shift towards 3 West African countries which are battling Islamic insurgents, and whose military governments have broken defense ties with France and turned towards Russia. State Department announced that Nick Checker, head of its Bureau of African Affairs, would visit Mali's capital, Bamako, to convey the United States' respect for Mali's sovereignty and chart a new course in relations, moving past policy missteps. Yeah, I don't know who Nick Checker is, but I understand why I'm not in that role. That was one of the things I asked to do, is that role. As the U.S. also looks forward to cooperating with Mali's allies, neighboring Burkina Faso and Niger, on security and economic interest. Yeah, well, anyway. Burkina's military leader, Ibrahim Traoré, presents himself as a standard bearer in resisting imperialism and neocolonialism. Through vigorous social media promotion, he's gained huge support for his stance and his personal popularity among young people across the continent and beyond. Of course, it's utter bullshit. There is no imperialism. They're just thieves in West Africa who rob from everyone else and blame white people. I lived there. I lived in Niger. I lived in Mauritania. I've been all over West Africa. Let's see, where have I not been? Let's see. That's not what I want. Maps. Let me just take a look at this. Let's run through the countries that I've been in West Africa. By looking at a map, it's easier than just remembering them all, because it's quite a few. All right, West Africa. So I lived in Mauritania. I've been to Senegal. I've been to Guinea. I've been to Sierra Leone. I lived in Liberia. I've been to Cote d'Ivoire. I've been to Ghana. I've been to Togo. I've been to Nigeria. I lived in Niger. I've been to Cameroon. Yeah, there you go. That's most of West Africa. Benin, Guinea-Bissau, and the Gambia, the only countries that, and Mali, that, and Burkina Faso that I didn't get to. So I've been all about 5 of them. And, you know, it's just thieves, liars, rapists, and murderers, and blame white people for their failures. Yeah, well, it'd be great to meet Trump. I'd be happy with that, but it's not something I've ever pursued. But I did definitely put my hat in the ring for a position in the State Department, Department of Commerce, or the Department of Defense, and never heard back. Exactly. The white people are long gone. They're still fighting imperialism. They're just liars and sacks of horsemen, or blaming white people for, oh my gosh, you've imprisoned us. No one's imprisoned you. You stole everything. All the infrastructure was built. The highways were built. The ridges, the tunnels, the airports were built, and they just let it piss down the drain. Yep, all over Africa. Oh, blaming someone else. Oh, it's the slave trade. Really? The slave trade that went on for a couple of years? What about slave trade that the Muslims ran across the Sahara and the Sahel for 1,600 years? What about the slave trade in East Africa that the Muslims ran from Africa and took Africans to the Middle East and castrated them all for 1,000 years? You know, no, we're not going to talk about that. No, we won't talk about that. Yep. A school broke a cat's leg, had people waiting to donate to surgeon. Lady paid the vet consultant fees without treatment. Wow. No, you don't see the Irish going on about being slaves. Even though they were slaves, they were taken by... It started with Oliver Cromwell raiding the shores of Ireland, snatching young Irish boys and girls and women and putting them in slave ships and shipping them to the Caribbean to work on sugar plantations. And then later, they had to put a stop to the importation of black Africans in the Bahamas and elsewhere because they were using them to breed the young Irish girls to produce slaves, because the status of the mother is the status of the offspring. So the father's free. The mother has to be free in order for the child to be free. Well, I'm not aware of Irish being sold as slaves in the U.S. They were indentured servants, but in the Caribbean, they were actual slaves. Well, not just that. So Spanish, French, Italians, Balkans, Irish, Icelanders, all taken by Arabs and Muslims for centuries as slaves. There's a reason why there's blue eyes in Tunisia. Not many, but there are some. Lots of green eyes, but some blue eyes. And it's because the Vandals came there and conquered it and left some DNA behind. But it's also because they stole white women from Europe and bred them. Yep. Wow. Congratulations. Born on 27 January. That is a freshly minted child. Wow. Wow, congratulations to them. Yeah, no, I don't have any evidence of them being slaves in the States. That's, I mean, if it's there, it may be the case, but I have no evidence of it. But I have evidence of the other things. Husband's dream is head of yours. Okay. Wow, that's pretty cool. So where else have I been in Africa? Let's see. I've been to Chad. I've been to Djibouti. Ethiopia I lived in. Been to Kenya. Lived in Uganda. Been to Rwanda. Been to Tanzania multiple times. Been to Zambia. Been to Malawi, Mozambique, Zimbabwe, Namibia, Botswana, Eswatini, Lesotho, and South Africa. And then in North Africa, I've been to Morocco, Tunisia, and that's it. Yep. There you go. In Europe, oh boy, let's see. I've been to Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, England, Ireland, Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg, France, Spain, Monaco, Italy, San Marino, Switzerland, Austria, Liechtenstein, Germany, Czech Republic, Slovakia, Hungary, Slovenia, Croatia, Bosnia, Greece, Romania, Poland, Denmark, Norway, Sweden, Finland, Estonia, Latvia, the Faroe Islands, Iceland. Yep, been all those places. Middle East. Let's see. Been to Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Iraq, and in Asia. Not a lot of places. Japan and New Zealand. That's it. Hey, Jules. Yeah, no, it's well, Latin America. I've been to a lot. I've been to Mexico. I've been to Jamaica, and I've been to, where else did I go down there? That's pretty much it, I think. Yeah, that's it. Not really a Latin America guy. Not my cup of tea. No, you do have one of the most beautiful countries in the world. It's a shame. But Trump and India have reached a deal. Trump is pulling back the tariffs because India has just agreed to stop buying Russian oil. U.S. and India reached a trade deal, Trump says, after Modi called. President Trump announced that he agreed to a trade deal with India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi, where the U.S. will lower tariffs on goods from India to 18%. In a post on Truth Social, he said India will reduce trade barriers to zero and will also stop buying Russian oil. An additional 25% tariff penalty imposed on Delhi's refusal to stop buying oil will be dropped. Announcement comes less than a week after India and the European Union announced a landmark trade deal. Modi said that he was delighted that the agreement with the U.S. had been reached. He's agreed to stop buying Russian oil and buy much more oil from the United States and potentially Venezuela. Well, there you go. So Trump is negotiating trade deals for Venezuela. Yeah, Scotland's okay. Trade relationship with the U.S. and India has been strained since the U.S. imposed 50% tariffs because of the oil from Russia. Wow. When two large economies in the world's largest democracies work together, it benefits our people and unlocks immense opportunities for mutually beneficial cooperation. Yep. We pay the tariffs. Coalition of 800 U.S. small businesses criticized the announcement, noting that before Trump, tariff prices were implemented, American importers paid an average 2.5% on goods from India. Yeah, well, but you shipped all our jobs overseas, so screw you. We pay the tariffs. Yeah, no, you don't pay the tariffs. You scumbags hit us to buy this stuff. They want to give me a freaking 65, 80% tariff. Screw you, bastards. Screw you. Yeah, Scotland's physically beautiful, but the politics have destroyed it. You get a racist supremacist in the Scottish Parliament that's complaining that how come all the police are white and the firemen are white? Yeah, because 97% of the country is white, dumbass. Freaking Islamic supremacist. Go to Pakistan. Then you don't have to complain about all the people being white. Well, judges blocked the Trump administration plans to strip TPS for Haitians. Why? What's the basis for that? Federal judge blocks Trump administration's plan to remove it from 350,000 Haitians, allows them to legally live and work in the United States during the turmoil in their homeland. Well, screw that. They'll be here for 3 centuries then. They need to go home. Judge Ana Reyes issued temporary stay that prevents Homeland Security Secretary from implementing her decision to remove the status. Reyes began her decision by putting the status in historical context. On December 2nd, 1783, Commander-in-Chief George Washington penned, "America is open to receive not only the opulent and respected stranger, but the oppressed and persecuted of all nations' religions." More than 2 centuries later, Congress reaffirmed President Washington's vision by establishing a temporary protected status program. Except the problem with that is that the Homeland Security Secretary is the one who has the authority to actually grant that, along with the president, and so she can revoke it. And this judge has overstepped her bounds and should be impeached. She then told the plaintiffs who asked her to block the order, 5 Haitian TPS holders are not, it emerges, killers, leeches, or entitlement junkies. They are instead Fritz Emmanuel Leslie Mott, a neuroscientist, Rudolph Civil, a software engineer, Marlene Gail Noble, a laboratory assistant toxicology, and Marcia Marlene Lagur, a college economics professor. Wow, great. You found 5 out of 300,000. Well done. At the end of her decision, she said, Christy Nome has the First Amendment right to call immigrants killers, leeches, entitlement junkies, and the other inapt name she wants. Secretary Nome, however, is constrained by both her Constitution and the APA to apply faithfully the facts to the law by implementing the TPS. The record date shows she's not done that. Well, you're full of it, Judge. You're full of it. Yep. You're full of it. She has all the authority under the Constitution, under federal law, to remove the temporary protected status. And while we're at it, librarians have been here for 35 years. What are they waiting for to go home? I lived there 15 years ago. Perfectly fine, safe. People are just leeching off our society. And then they embroil us in these conflicts. Oh, give money to Liberia. Oh, give money to Haiti. No, stop. Go fix your own problems. We didn't create the mess. You made it. You were the one that raped and murdered, beheaded, slaughtered, gutted all the French. You're the ones that did that, not us. And I get why. They were horrible. They were horrible. The French were horrible to you. I get it. But that's your problem, not ours. Yep, Trump was bringing everyone to the table and accomplishing so much. Exactly, Neff. You would think they'd have green cards. Why does a neuroscientist have to have temporary protected status? And also, I find it hard to believe that Haiti has neuroscientists. I'm just saying that's a little hard to believe. I doubt they even have an economist. Haiti's such a basket case. Meanwhile, on the other end of the island of Hispaniola, the Dominican Republic functions just fine, showing you the difference between the two countries. One by bloodthirsty slaves who slaughtered 40,000 Frenchmen in a bloody rampage, and then stole, pillaged, looted, and imprisoned and murdered each other, and a Spanish colony on the other side of the island that grew up in relative peace. The Clintons have capitulated on the House Epstein inquiry, agreeing to testify. Former President Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton, the ex-Secretary of State, agreed to depositions they had long resisted before the House was to vote to hold them in contempt. Bill and Hillary Clinton agreed on Monday to testify in the House Oversight Committee's investigation into the convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. For months, the Clintons have been adamant that they would not comply with subpoenas from Representative James Comer. But after some Democrats on the panel joined Republicans in a vote to recommend charging them with criminal contempt, wow, some of the Democrats joined. Well, that's crazy. Wow. For Clinton to testify on the Epstein investigation would be nearly unprecedented. No former president has appeared before Congress since 1983, when President Ford did so to discuss the celebration of the 1987 bicentennial at the enactment of the Constitution. When Trump was subpoenaed in 2022 by the Select Committee, he sued the panel to try to block it. The panel ultimately withdrew the subpoena. Wow. The lawyers asked Ms. Clinton, who has said she never met or spoke to Epstein, to be allowed to make a sworn statement instead of testifying, but they said that she too would be submitted to an in-person interview. If the committee insisted on with appropriate adjustment for the paucity of information she has to offer in this matter. But Comer flatly rejected it as unreasonable, arguing that 4 hours testimony from Mr. Clinton was inadequate, given that he was a loquacious individual who might seek to run the clock out. Yeah, that's right. He's loquacious. He loves to talk. Oh yeah. No, Trump has said that he was in this. We got that from Mad Max last night. Max must be out patrolling. I hope he's okay. So let's go to Truth Social. Truth Social. We get to Trump. He's probably done a bunch more stuff today. Yeah, he has. Okay, this is from yesterday, so it's going to be hard to find. He doesn't do this, obviously. There's no way he could do this. It's got to be all these other people. Yeah, Melania raked in $8 million over the weekend opening for a documentary. Pretty wild. So Trump shows a letter he got from George Steinbrenner in 1989. Saw you in the Morton Downey the other night. He's a friend, and I watch his show regularly. You were great. You tell it like it is. It is, like I said to Stephen, you should run for president someday. Get the whole damn thing straightened out. You were tremendous on the show. Warm regards, George Steinbrenner. I'm looking for this. He's got a bunch of endorsements here for candidates. There's too much stuff here. I'm never going to find his thing. Anyway, he did it yesterday, so not important. But yeah, Trump went off on that yesterday, the whole story. So anyway, Trevor Noah is black when it suits him and colored when it doesn't. He's one of those that uses comedy to mask his racism because he can never be racist. Yep, just another girl. That's right, and he's not even remotely funny. He was briefly funny. The guy I like is it Riyad Mossad? Is that his name? The Riyad Mossad, the Indian, the physician who's an Indian comic in South Africa. He's hilarious. He's hilarious. Okay. Boy, the chat rate is 0. You guys have gone quiet. What's going on? Super, super quiet. And the revenue came in from Fonz earlier. Yvonne, genius and gentleman. I don't know if he's a gentleman. He's definitely he can go off on people, but yeah, I like Scotland. I do. Let me see. Been to Scotland a bunch of times, but anyway, yeah. So the hat and the shirt. So the polo, I got one of these cool. I like to keep these from these things from sporting events. That's the. That doesn't come out very well in that light, does it? There we go. The Olympics, Milano Cortino. I wish I was there. I mean, if I had the money, I'd be there in Italy. But it's so spread out all over the place, and the lodging is so expensive. It's just not doable. Haven't heard what ages. Loquacious. Hey, Erica. I thought you left or something. Loquacious is a good word. Well, Fonz was trying to come to Texas, but couldn't book a flight at a reasonable price. I'm not sure if he was using a different site than me. So I found the flights for $2-something. He must have not been able to find it for that. So let me just see. Let me just see if this was a lie. On Frontier Airlines, it's $278. So we go to Frontier Airlines. But I might have picked different days than he did. Hisiki, good morning. Hello. Oh, it's Hisi. Sorry, not Hisiki. Yeah, with that you don't get a carry-on bag. You can't choose your seat. No change. Board first. You have to pay $346. So it's $346. So $100 more to get a carry-on bag, and you don't get a checked bag though. Yep. Yep. The only way you get a bag is if you pay $416. Yeah, so it's more. I'm sorry, it's $386 for that because there's a discount in. That's a club where you get cheaper fares if you fly a lot with them, but I don't fly with them much. Hey, Ingrid, busy knitting a shawl. Okay. Saw a video with regards to DA's role in newly gazetted export regulations that give EU quota control over South Africa. Yeah, no, I'll be doing something on that too. Well, we've been hearing it all week. People shocked at the number of tickets raining. Yeah. By the way, I do have in the morning, in case you didn't know that, later today for South Africans, but this morning I'll have Theo Diagaran will be talking about the foot and mouth calamity in South Africa. No, it doesn't suit their narrative, Andrew. They just hate Trump, yeah. Fort Myers is a good town. Is that a statement, Willem Hayden? Fort Myers is a good town? Yeah, it's well known for being a good town, but Florida is not my cup of tea. It's too hot, too humid, too many bugs, too flat, too hurricane prone. Not my cup of tea. It depends. I typically go to Google and type in a flight. So let me do that. I'll show you. So let me go. Let me just do this here. So I'll go to Google, but also I use Expedia, Booking.com, depends, or the airlines directly. So let me do this here. I'll show you. Book a flight. Okay, I can actually book one. So we'll do MDT to let's go Las Vegas. Okay, flights. MDT Las Vegas flights. Okay, there you go. Google. Let me pick a date. The 23rd of January or February. Excuse me. Let's go with the 20th, and we'll come back on the 24th. How's that? Done. Okay, and now we'll show the flights. Okay. United is $269. Vegas is not that expensive compared to going to Dallas. See how much more I have to pay to go to Dallas? It's outrageous. Crazy. But that's probably with nothing. But that's 8 hours. You got a 2-hour stop in Chicago. Ugh. So let's try the United flight. That's 5. You get there 11:30 p.m. That's kind of late. Okay, round trip. Okay, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. That's a little, wait, 7:05 to 4:44. That's good. There we go. 6 hours, 39 seconds. So that one, basic economy, you get no carry-on bags. So $369. That's this one here. You get one free carry-on, no check bag. I'm sorry, you pay $80 for the check bag. So it's $369 plus I'm going to have to, and that takes you to American Airlines or United, excuse me. It takes you United. Okay. Okay. Get rid of this. I don't need that there. Okay. All right, come on. It's taking a while. Session expired. Oh, that's. What do you mean session expired? What a crock. Oh, now we tried here. So that is not how it's supposed to work. Las Vegas, Nevada, departure, 20, return 24, one adult, economy, fine flights. Okay, now we're using the site, the company directly. So that tells you what airlines have it. So that should normally work, but it didn't work that case. So I think they're waiting for pregnant women to give birth before we can leave. And she's 35 weeks pregnant. She can't fly, can she? Okay, so here we go. So United, okay. Round trip. This one's $890 round trip because it's 10:40 in the morning to 3 p.m. That's a really good time. Basic economy, most restrictive. So United economy. So $447. Let's see. So it's still gonna be about $500 to fly to Vegas. Okay. Okay. This is return. Cheapest one's up there. These get pretty pricey down here. Oh, here we go. 2 stops. Ugh. No thanks. Through San Francisco, $1,000. Why would I want to do that? All right, I have to go with the crap. What's this one down here? 578. So let's see. Okay, there you go. So let's see what the total price on that is. Well, tell me the price. There it is. $536. That's including $85 in taxes. So that's that. Yep. Anyway, that was with and then there's Skyscanner. That's another one I use, Skyscanner. Let's see what Skyscanner comes up with. Okay. All right. We're going to go from MDT, which is Harrisburg, to we'll go to Las Vegas. Okay, Las Vegas, Nevada. Depart on See, here's the price of days. You see the colors? Green is a good price. Let's go on the 19th, and we'll return on the 23rd. Okay. I get 20 for Tuesday's a better day. I think it's cheaper. Okay, one adult. Let's see what Skyscanner gives us. Okay, Skyscanner. Well, you can also do hotels and bookings here. So try later. Okay, so United, $135. Wow, that's a bargain. Delta, $135. This is better. Delta, you leave at noon and get there at 6:56. That can't be. Okay. Wow, let's check that out now. You just saw me. It was $500 with United. Now I'm looking at Delta. It's going to be more than 100. I guarantee that. I guarantee it. Look at that. That's insane. Million extra. Well, here it's Zone 6, eligible upgrade, seat select, earn, view all features. 184. Oh, it's one way. Okay. Yeah, it's one way. Okay, that makes more sense. One way. Select one way. Okay. Yeah, so it's going to be about $400, so it's not going to be much cheaper. Okay. Okay, yeah. Anyway, yeah, so you got to be careful. You got to watch that. So, but that Skyscanner takes you to the site, okay? Skyscanner's a good one. Expedia, Booking.com is pretty good for flights, too. There's also Cheapo Air, but that's kind of a weird one. It's late in the pregnancy, but the doctor clears it, should be fine. It's close to 40 weeks, yep. I don't United Breaks guitar songs. Take care. Hey, Tinky. Who are the left going to hate when Trump's done? They'll find someone else to hate. They hated Bush, but Bush wasn't even a far right. Yep. Wow, this the Stratosphere Hotel, $8 a night. $8 a night. That's crazy. Flamingo, Luxor from 20. Oh wow, $25 a night. Well, that's not what I paid. Bellagio $215 a night. The Luxor's fine, but when I was in Luxor, it wasn't the nicest. I had to get my room changed because it was terrible. They gave me a much nicer room. The Aria $151. Yeah, that's what I expect. Yeah, the Aria is a ritzy hotel, but I mean, I could stay in the Luxor. $25 a night. That's reasonable. Let's see. Wow, I'll book that myself then. $25 a night. Yeah, $25 a night. It's not 25. Luxor's $69 a night. Yeah. Yeah, that's still cheaper than I thought. Yeah, Vegas has really come down prices here. Let me show you what Vegas, the strip, looks like. So on the right is the strip. Let me zoom in there a little bit. So that's the main hotels there. Look what they're charging. Look at that. 110, 139, 215, $64 a night. That's Luxor, 69. Yeah. 119, 93. Wow. Circus is a crap hotel. Flamingo is a crap hotel. Oyo is a crap hotel. Hilton Vegas, that's pretty good. Paris, Las Vegas Hotel Casino is very nice. The Link, that's nice last time I checked. Don't know the horse. Treasure Island is old. Harrah's is old. MGM Grand is old but nice. Planet Hollywood, I don't know how the rooms are there. Mandalay Bay, $337 a night. Yeah. New York, $215 a night. Yeah. The Delano, okay. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah. The Luxor's down this end, so yeah. Yep. Anyway, that's Las Vegas, man. The Strip. But I walked from there all the way up the old part of Vegas, which is all the way up here where it says Las Vegas, man. Here's the Strip where all these hotels are. I walked all the way up here. That was brutal. It was hot. Oof. Anaheim is Los Angeles. Anaheim. Santa Ana is very different. Covering so many issues in news, informing people about what's actually happening on actual truth. You do amazing work. Well, thank you, Misty. I try. Certainly try. Anaheim is Los Angeles. Let me get maps here. Show you where Anaheim is. Okay. Anaheim, California. California. Okay. Well, Santa Ana. Well, there's a Santa Ana near there. A-N-A, not A-A. That's two different places you're talking about. A-N-N-A is a different one. So there's Anaheim right there. Okay, and look where you're at. That's Los Angeles. See that? That's Los Angeles, which is massive. Santa Monica, Torrance, Irvine, Laguna Beach, Long Beach. This is all Los Angeles. Alhambra, Pasadena, all Los Angeles. Yorba Linda, yeah. Carson, Inglewood, yeah. It's a big ass town. West Covina, Altadena, Burbank. That's all LA. So Anaheim is Los Angeles. Van Nuys. Let's go to Van Nuys. And that's where Disney World is, isn't it? Van Nuys. Yeah, Van Nuys is the north side up there in the valley. San Fernando Valley. So there you go. That's up here. That's Van Nuys. Van Nuys is where there's a Springbok restaurant there, a bar. Well, the flight's not that cheap, Kwadasi. After I did the round trip, it wasn't so cheap. It was $500, so $400, yeah. It's not really southeast, Dan. It's really part of yeah. It's really part of his of L.A. Well, yep, they're going to have to do something about the expiring medicals. It's going to cost them a fortune if they don't get those people out because they have to do all of those tests again. Well, the good news is you don't have to get immunizations. The immunizations are good, so. Approximate time, I can tell you the exact time. It's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. South Africa time. No, approximate. That's when it is. It's posted on the channel. Oh, it takes a long time to drive from one side of LA to the other. If you take the 101, you can get through there faster, but that can take you from Thousand Oaks. There's Point Magoo, Naval Air Station. Yep. Yeah, Los Angeles is built in an absolutely beautiful area, and they've just ruined it. Ruined it. Now, I live north of there in Monterey, so. Yep. Anyway. Traveling Pretoria this morning, tomorrow night. Keep safe. All right, Angle, Boris, Bordiki, Indy States. I look forward to hearing about your arrival. Okay? All right. Yes, Allie, it's really big. It's massive. It's really massive. Now, California's got some really cool stuff to it. I've been to the Redwoods, which are up north. I've been to the Sequoia Forest. Yep. Pretty cool. Yosemite National Park I've been to. Yep. Pretty cool stuff. Vegas. Yeah. There's just so much out there. I've seen Las Vegas. Reno I've been to. Lake Tahoe. The Grand Canyon. Salt Lake. The Great Salt Lake. Yep. I was just out this way. I just drove from Boise in Idaho, which is over here. Then Twin Falls. And then down to Salt Lake City. And from Salt Lake City back up into Wyoming. Then back up into right here by this lake. That lake right there. And then across the top edge of the lake. And then up here back into Wyoming. Star Valley Ranch. That's where I was at. Beautiful. Into Alpine. And then went up to Jackson Hole. And up to Grand Teton, and from Grand Teton up to Yellowstone, and from Yellowstone back into Montana, and then down here to Rexburg. I stayed overnight there, and then across to Sun Valley. Yep. Wait, sorry, Sun Valley's down here. Where's it at? Yeah, back down here to. Anyway, yeah, it was pretty wild. 5 houses from Mass Valley fires. Every barrier recovery is enacted. Such a weird situation. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's crazy, Light Rain. They're just trying to keep people out. We're married American. My other cousin lives in Vancouver. Her phone number came back as one of them. I don't know what you mean. Her phone number came back as one of what? What South African treat do I like the most? Biltong or drovos. Yeah, I don't eat cooked sisters or anything like that. No, I'm not a big on South African cuisine. Sorry, love South Africa, but South African cuisine, not really my cup of tea. I don't eat pop. There's a lot of things I don't eat from South Africa. So, yeah. Well, Werner, I'm looking forward to it as well. Thank you for asking, though. Yep. Anyway, so there. So for anybody tuned in later, how we doing? We got the same crowd or we got new crowd in here? Let me see. Where the heck is my... Oh, it's here. There we go. I'm over here. I had to open up all those things. So we made this... what do you guys think of this? Okay. So, unfortunately, I'm a little shorter than I should be there, but whatever. It'll do. Trump's a little bit bigger than... Probably because they want to do something else with the land. Sean is very cold. Well, that's very cryptic. Oh, Erica, is that what you... Did you want me to put you in touch with that person? It's Nowensburg. Sorry, folks. All right, so, yep, let me turn that off. Okay. Oh, you're welcome for the bonus night owls. I can't do it all the time. It's exhausting. But I didn't want to end the day like that. I mean, it just, I didn't want to end the day like that. So that didn't seem right. So, yep. Scribbles and sparkles. Hello to you. Helene is back. Okay. Good to see you back. Yannicka, hello to you. Take care, Angelique. I missed you there. Opinion with a grain of salt. I'm not big on being around lots of people. I was in LA 11 years ago. It was too much for me. Yeah, no, Beefcake. Dan, I look, they moved the sevens to Los Angeles, and I quit going. I went to Vegas like three years in a row, I think it was. Maybe it was 3. It was incredible. I loved it. And I managed to do it on the cheap. I used points for hotels a couple times. I got cheap rates for hotels. And I bought, the tickets weren't that expensive for the whole weekend. The first time was fantastic. It was all weekend. It was, I think it was even Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It was fantastic. And yeah, that was great. The women played, the men played. I met a lot of South Africans, but they're fickle. The South Africans were like, hey, let's stay in touch. But then I reach out to them. They never stay in touch. Yep. The internet didn't sleep last night. Sorry about that. I hope you do. Wow, you've been nothing, just what? All over the world, but almost everywhere in our country. Oh, Ingrid was born in Namibia. I didn't know that. Okay. No, I've been all over. Look, I mean, I'm not a wealthy person, but I mean, life is you got to take it for what it is. So I've always wanted to see the world, and the Army was one path to do that. It's a dangerous path, but it's a path, and but it's been a very rewarding path, and no regrets. And now in my retirement from active service, I'm traveling as much as I can. Although this past year I didn't travel that much because of the hip, but now with the injection, my hip is much better. Not perfect, much better. So I'm able to. I mean, if I gotta chase a mugger, I can chase him again. Wellington was 50 degrees. I'd never experienced that. Antoinette, did I see your email? I have no idea, Antoinette. 85 people sent me emails. I have no idea. No idea if you saw your email. Hang on. I'm going to get rid of a bunch of stuff here. Okay. Get to mail. When I left my stuff earlier, I had so many messages. People are like, I get like 30 people. Did you see my email? My email. Did you see my email? I don't know if I saw it. Okay, so who wanted me? Antoinette wanted me to look at that. Internet. Okay. I have an internet from the 27th. Sent me a message. Okay. Wow, look at this email section. You blocked your YouTube comment section. That's not true. Your F-word president was recently found to be on the Epstein files for, wow, Zuma is there on Epstein's files. Thought it'd be a good excuse for you to talk about the sticks to your White House. Wait, my bad. Your only purpose is spreading misinformation about a country you're not from. Saw you celebrating Don Lemon being arrested, land of the free, arresting journalists for having a different opinion. No, for violating federal law. Wish they could do the same thing here, but you can actually have a different opinion here. Alex Preddy was also killed by ICE, not where the crap your fascist government's doing your own people. All you do is grift, then you have the nerve to whine about the mainstream media when you yourself are far more dishonest than they are. Every dog has his day. Well, Cake walks on. Is that a threat? Is that a threat? I didn't block my YouTube section. That's nonsense. My YouTube comments are not blocked. People are commenting right now, commenting on my videos. These are liars, hateful people. Sent that this evening, 6:28 p.m. I don't know who the idiot is, Charles. I don't know. I didn't read to you the nasty stuff the person wrote. Boy, anyway, yeah. Oh, wait, Anton, I found it. Okay, I found it. I searched for your name. It didn't show up. Didn't you send me a WhatsApp too? Or is everybody going the same place and has the same concerns? Yeah, Anton, I saw that. Well, it's not an ideal location in my book. I used to live there. It's cold. And by yourself, you're not the only one. There's a lot of people who are singles. I had all this complaining and moaning for months. Oh, whining. Only families are going. I said, that's not true. Oh, only families are going. Why aren't singles going? My gosh, talk about, not you, not nobody here, but the whiny message on people. Oh, these singles. I'm like, stop it. Lots of people are going. It's not just families. It's not just white people. It's not just Afrikaners. That's a lie. And that's all I know. You don't know anything you're talking about. And now all I've had this past week is this one single after another. I got a person that I'm helping in Utica, another person in Buffalo, another person I'm helping in Wisconsin, another person here. All these are single people. And Omaha, Nebraska is another one. Denver's another one. It's crazy. And these are the people who reach out to me. I mean, not even all these people reach out to me. So yeah, there's a lot of single people coming over. Are there groups? Well, I don't think there's any established groups in that location where you're going to yet on internet. But if they're like the people in Rochester, they're smart and build a local group amongst those who get there. Yes, Charles. Well, that guy's just a douchebag. Exactly. He's just a douchebag. It's just saying utter nonsense and calling me names and threatening me. See, I get that stuff a lot. One commentator in a video was yelling about how America was responsible for the ANC and called us a bunch of liberals. Then I looked and he was from New York. Yeah, well, first off, it's just lies. I mean, my videos aren't blocked. I don't block comments on any of my videos. That's a lie. That's a lie. I don't block comments in my videos. That's just the person lying. So they have no credibility when they pull that crap. None whatsoever. I mean, it's obvious. They have no credibility. Do you know it's illegal to wear a bikini in the Maldives? I didn't know that. So let's see. So here, I've been accused by this douchebag of blocking comments on my videos. But here we go. My comments aren't turned off. Here we go. So some people just seem to never accept reality. That was 4 minutes ago, 38 minutes ago. Then this guy says, when interviews edited before being broadcast, you're at the mercy of editors. When footage is spliced from various sources, the result can be a complete distortion of facts. President Trump found out duplicitous and disgusting media editors. Yep. So 1 hour ago, 3 hours ago, 5 hours ago, 5 hours ago, 6 hours ago, 6 hours ago, 6 hours ago, 7 hours ago. Turned off comments. The guy's a liar. Look at that. These are all comments on my videos. 12 hours ago. These are all today. But that little hate wanker said that I turned off comments and says to me something like that. Who are these douchebags to have the audacity to talk to somebody like that? Receive a reply from a colonel whenever I send a message. I get an email back, so I'm not sure why some people are so impatient and feel the need to apply. I don't know, expats. It's frustrating. Antoinette, I'm not sure why you're up all night doing research. Send me a note and ask me what you're looking for to find out about it. Okay. Can I say where it's at, Antoinette? Is that okay? Is that okay? I can talk about it now while we're all here on the air if you want. If not, I won't mention where you're going. Well, they weren't blocked by me. They weren't. So I don't know what they're talking about. I don't remember the guy from last night. Okay, Antoinette. So Antoinette, it's Buffalo. So Buffalo, New York is ice cold. But it's a beautiful spot. I mean, but it also has rundown parts in town. So hopefully you aren't in town. You're out in the suburbs somewhere. But it's where Niagara Falls is at. So let's go take a look at that very quickly. Maps. Okay. And we'll take a look at that. For me, it's a relatively short drive. It's about 4 or 5 hours. That's long enough for me. But Buffalo wouldn't be a place I want to live long term. Just saying. Buffalo, New York. So let's show you where it is on the map. Okay, so here's New York. It's right next to Canada. So Buffalo, New York is right there. Niagara Falls is just above that. So here's Buffalo. Niagara Falls is not too bad. And then you go across to Canada. It's the other guys in Rochester. I was over there, so it looks like it's further away because I come directly south. But the thing is, I have to go up and go across to get to Buffalo. Let's take a look at what it says in Wikipedia about it. So population, what, 500,000 or more? 278,000. It's a lot smaller than I thought it was. 278,000. Okay. Anyway, so it's a city that's seen better days. So here you can see a satellite image, and there's Buffalo in the bottom right-hand corner there. You can see how the water goes up and hits the falls. Here's Niagara Falls right there. So it backs up. So Canada's on the left, America's on the right. You can see heavily urbanized in the bottom here where I'm swirling around there. That's Buffalo. Then a lot of farm fields up here. This base right here is a, if I'm not mistaken, that should be the military base there. Is it? Yeah, I don't think it's a Buffalo airport. I think it's a military base. Air base. I'm pretty sure it is. That's where I stayed overnight there. Yep. Niagara Falls. Yep. Beautiful spot. Anyway, that's Buffalo. So, yep. I don't know what the current unemployment rate is there. Let's look current unemployment rate. Buffalo, New York. 4.1, which is the national average. In the city, it's 4.9. That's pretty good for an urban center. 4.1 for the county. Current median income, Buffalo. It's 49,000, so that's a bit lower than the country average. Median monthly rent is $842, which is lower than a lot of places. Yep. So, quick facts from the Census Bureau. Let's see what they tell us. It's 44% white, 32% black, 9% mixed race, 12% Hispanic. Okay. 10,673 veterans. 10.9% foreign-born population, which is lower than the country right now. The country is 15%. Anyway, so that's a little bit about Buffalo. No, it's all right. I mean, it depends where you wind up at, okay? Depends where you wind up at. Some places are great to visit, but not where I want to live. Wyoming, to me, is beautiful, but it gets too chilly. Yeah, Wyoming does get cold. It's also pretty isolated, folks. I mean, you're out there. You're pretty isolated, so... My favorite shows. Now, if you want to watch a show about Wyoming, it's pretty good, but it's not really in Wyoming. It's actually filmed in Mexico, and that's Longmire. I love Longmire, but it's about Absaroka County, a fictional county. Yeah, Craig Johnson writes those books, and it's just fantastic. And the actor, Robert Taylor from Australia, is brilliant as Walt Longmire. His daughter, she's pretty good too. And then, of course, Lou Diamond Phillips, one of my favorite actors, is in that too. Yep. All right. So... I'm all for spirited dialogue. One does not have to even agree. Just lodge your current coach opinion. Problem today is wokest have turned dialogue into, yeah, exactly, zero leeway. Yeah, they're terrible. I don't know who Sean was. I don't even know somebody got blocked yesterday. That's news to me. That's the only thing I know about is someone was if a mod blocks somebody, they really need to tell me later on the message who they blocked, so I'm aware of it, okay? But yeah, I didn't see. The only thing I know about is that Rose got a 24-hour timeout, which was unfortunate. But that was a mistake by Sven. Just another girl. What does it matter if about your husband's citizenship? Are you the primary applicant, or are you a South African citizen who is suffering from unjust racial persecution, either past or future fears legitimate? Then, if you're the primary applicant, it doesn't matter what his citizenship is. We've already proven that. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. As long as he has a passport from whatever country. So if he's Namibian and he has a Namibian passport, and you're a South African, you're living in South Africa, and you're the primary applicant, we've already proven that with the Stoltz family. The Stoltz family came over. He has a European passport, even though he's born in South Africa. Safe haven, but she's a primary applicant. They're out. They're here. Yep. Yep. Oh, I get a lot of that stuff, Charles, all the time. Just people are just asses. Okay, Antoinette, we've answered your question, I think. Okay. Someone give me some advice. All right, so Light Rain, you took care of that. Thank you so much for offering. Yep, Light Rain did something for us to help someone in Spokane. Thank you for that. Okay, cool beans. Okay, someone else here. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, all right. Cool. Under a PR in South Africa, he was born here, only registered. I don't know what that means. What is a PR? I don't know what a PR is. Sorry. Permanent residency. How can it be a permanent resident if he was born there? It doesn't make any sense. Beth Frazier, what's going on, Beth? I am Colonel Wyatt. We've been approved, but we're battling to get him a passport. Oh, the South Africans won't give him a passport even though he's born in South Africa. That's a problem. Upstate New York is one of those places where if you don't mind the weather, you get and go with the locals, you can get a job, like with the county, and have a good life. Not much happens there. Yeah, well, if I lived in upstate New York, I'd much rather live in Corning or somewhere like that, or Ithaca, somewhere in the Finger Lakes. That's where I'd much rather live. No, Antoinette, why do you have to change your profile? Just my recommendation to Antoinette: get here, get your Social Security card, get your EAD sorted out, and make sure that you get benefits. And then, if you want to move around, that's a different thing. But get all that sorted so you can be set and get going. People get one source that tells them the biggest load of BS instead of confirming a different trust source. They go, well, not just that, MK Tears. What gets me is that people have that someone tells them some bullshit, and then they come on a program here where we deal in facts and I tell you the truth and my analysis is spot on, and they attack me, and then they disparage me, and then they slander me, and they run around and cry about stuff. Oh my gosh, he's misleading people. That's a lie. I'm not misleading anybody. I've never misled anybody, intentionally or otherwise. No, that's what gets me. The cheek of some people, that such asses they can be, when they're wrong. It's like the whole thing. Let's go back and revisit this again. It's just like the whole thing back with the pets, bringing pets over. Someone came in my chat intentionally trying to start some crap. And they said that it's only because someone asked about what does it cost to ship a pet over. And before I could even answer it, someone said, my recollection of this, I could be foggy on this because it's been about 7 months ago. It's only $200. And I said, no, that's not true. It's not $200. That's impossible. It doesn't cost $200. I took my cats to Botswana through South Africa, and I brought them back from South Africa to the States. So I know what it costs to ship a pet from the States. I shipped 2 cats. It cost me over $7,000 to do it both ways, close to $8,000. And I said, someone actually said you're a liar. They said I'm a liar when I told them what I paid to bring my pets over. You weren't there. And this was back in 2010 and 2012. Over in 2010, back in 2012. Called me a liar. Because they were convinced, they wanted to believe that someone told them it was only $200. Well, that was a pet lift, and they misunderstood what they were told. They were told that the titer test had been negotiated for a flat rate for everybody at $200 for dogs. Dogs have to have a titer test. And so that was negotiated. And these people came in and started all this shit in my channel, running their mouth and attacking me. They ran off the other channels and lied about me. It's the same thing with the whole thing with when I said on here, and I said, you have to apply for, or you can't apply for a green card till you've been in America for 12 months. And then someone on another content creator lied about me and slandered me and disparaged me and said, no, that's not true. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's misleading people. This guy's a grifter. A grifter for what? What am I getting from this? Not a damn thing. Wasting my time helping a lot of people who are ingrates. But I have helped a lot of people who are grateful, and get abused like that. That's because they're scumbags, Erica, because they have agendas. They're all out they're the ones grifting. They're the ones looking for something. They're looking for attention or fame or self-actualization. I don't know what they're looking for, but they're doing that, and they're just looking for, so many people have stolen my content and commented and lied about me over the past year trying to build their channels, and none of them have succeeded. None of them has succeeded. Nobody has attacked me that wanted to build a channel based on attacking me has gone anywhere. All they've done is embarrass themselves. And that includes people who drink tea. Ice storm, okay. 5 degrees. Well, it's 19 here. Today it was like 30 something. Yeah, and finally, a lot of that snow that's been on my house for 10 days finally came off the solar panels today. It sounded like yesterday some of it, but I don't know how much. I didn't have a lot of solar production. So I got, I'm going to get 9 yesterday. Yeah. Yeah, I got 10 kilowatts. Well, that's not bad because it didn't fall off till the afternoon. So maybe tomorrow it'll be much nicer. As long as it's nice. I get 12.7. Yeah. So anyway, yep. Okay. It's time for my video to premiere. So I've got to drop off, folks. Thanks for being here. Please go watch my video. You'll be directed to it right now. Okay. Thanks for being here. Sound like you said tiger test. I don't know about that. Titer. T-I-T-E-R, tighter. No, Devette Martens, I didn't say you were crazy. Loretta, hang in there. Hang in there. Before you know it, it'll all happen. All right? Cheers, everybody. Take care. Good night. I can get something to eat. I'm hungry. Bye-bye.